the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant have another problem on their hands. Officials with Tokyo Electric Power more than 300 tons of highly radioactive water leaked last month out of the storage tank. The water's contents need to be treated with water. Managers have assigned more monitors to check for radioactive materials.
I speak unto thee this day, I say, count it a privilege to be serving me. I say, when you see the ugliness, the hideous state that the world has succumbed unto, I say, count it a privilege to be serving me. I say, when you see the absolute filthy degradation that men and women are giving themselves unto, I say, be thankful to be serving me. For I say, it is me, the living God, who has given thee the privilege to be brought out of sin. It is me, the living God, who has given thee the privilege to live again. And I say, therefore, be thankful, ever thankful to be serving me. And I say, if the whole world is found in darkness, be thankful that I give thee my light. For I say, it is indeed a privilege to walk in the truth, to come forth in the light, to be ever guided in my way. And I say, it is indeed a privilege to be knowing that in me you are given the blessedness, the truth, and the mercy of who I am. I say, therefore, this day be thankful that it is me you are privileged to love, to serve, and obey. And I say, be thankful that I will bring thee forth, uplift thee, direct thee, and guide thee always. For I say, it is me, the living God, who will give to thee the light upon the path, the truth, the hope, and the peace of who I am. Therefore I say, be serving me with gladness, thanksgiving, and rejoicing for the privilege that I have given unto thee. For I say, when you look upon how ugly the world has become, I say, be thankful that you can come forth in the way that I provide. That is, that you can be strengthened, ever strengthened in the truth of who I am. Now I say, you are living in a time when men have been weak and wobbly, and I say it is because they have refused to stand valiant for the truth. I say, instead, they have given themselves over to a multitude of whoredoms, and yes, they have loved it so. That is, they have played with the things that I, the living God, have forbidden unto them, and they imagine in their scheming minds they get by. But all they get by with is the destruction of their own souls, and oh, how great they are. That is, in their minds they imagine they are so great, so grand, so glorious. But I say the truth of it is they are nothing but ignorant fools. And I say they are ignorant by their own choices because they refuse to believe, to trust me. And I say because they have eyes full of adultery, they are ever looking at that which I, the living God, do not intend, and weakening themselves in the same. And I say they will not stand in the discipline that I require of them, but I say they give themselves to lust. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be given to lust. I do not call thee to be given to greed. I do not call thee to be given to those things that I have not intended for thee. But I say that I call thee to learn to discipline yourself, to walk circumspectly, to come forth ever uplifted in me. And I say that I call thee to know that it is me, the living God, and me alone, you are meant to seek, to please, to obey, and follow after. For I say it is me, the living God, who is the way of all righteousness, the way of all truth, and the way of mercy provided. Now I say you are living in a time when multitudes have turned aside from me. I say they have gone whoring after the ways of the world. And I say in all of their whoredom, their folly, their vanity, their stupidity, what do they gain? I say they gain debauchery, they gain defilement, they gain demoralization, and I say they gain despair. And I say in the end of it all, they gain death and the damnation of their souls. So I say for all of their sly and cunning cheating on me, they gain nothing at all except the course of damnation. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be a wanton, a careless, an abandoned people unto sin. But I say that I call thee to keep up a strict disciplined guard against the same, not caving in to the seducing spirits that are throughout the land. For I say that I, the living God, do not call my people to give the appearance of evil, but rather I call my people to walk uprightly in me. And I say that I call the ones who are mine to walk circumspectly in the truth, ever being guided in my light. Now I say it is me, the living God, who desires to strengthen and strengthen and strengthen thee in the truth, if you will but keep yourselves in me. For I say, when any man or woman will walk uprightly in what it is that I desire and require of them, then they are ever guided in truth. But I say, when the ones who are meant to walk uprightly in me turn aside to become the victims of demons, I say they pay for the same. For I say, when a man will take up what it is that demons tell him and act out the same, then I say that he's proven to be a fool. Now I say this day that I, living God, never called thee to live, to die, to perish as fools, but I say that I've called thee to come forth in the way that I give thee, which is the way of my life. And I say that I've called thee to be ever thankful that I am the one who gives to thee the light up on the path, that you can come forth ever rejoicing in me. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that I am the one who gives to thee the blessedness of my mercy, the truth and the life and the strength always. For I say it is me, the living God, you are meant to be serving, seeking to please, obey, and follow after. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to be defeated in times of darkness, to be discouraged by the same. But I say that I call my people to transcend the darkness by living in me, abiding in me, and partaking of the glorious light that I provide. And I say that I call my people to be made glad that it is me they can look to, believe in, and trust day by day. For I say it is me, the living God, who is the way of all righteousness, truth, mercy, hope, and peace provided for my own. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to give yourself to the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, and the foolery that vexes many souls in these days. And I say that I do not call thee to seek for companionship with the world and the filthiness contained therein. But I say that I call thee to be coming forth, uplifted, directed, and guided in the truth, the light, the mercy that I give thee day by day. And I say that I call thee to be made glad it is me you can serve and obey all of your days. For I say it is me, the living God, who is indeed the righteousness, the truth, the light, and the strength provided for thee. Therefore I say, be glad in me. That is, be ever glad that I give to thee the truth and the light, the mercy, the hope, and the peace of who I am. And I say, be ever glad that you can be directed, corrected, and shown what it is that I have for thee as you continue walking in the truth that is found in me. For I say you are meant to keep standing and standing and standing in truth, no matter what it is that goes in the world. For I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to be subject to the liar. I do not call thee to be subject to the world, and I do not call thee to be subject to the flesh. That is, I do not call thee to be subject to the lesser powers, the demon sources, those things that only damn men's souls. But I say that I call thee to be subject unto me, ever seeking to obey me, being a disciplined, upright people coming forth in my way. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that I am the living God who gives thee the truth and the light upon the path. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have called thee to walk circumspectly. I say that I've called thee to walk uprightly, and I say that I've called thee to be thankful unto me. That is, ever thankful that you can be guided and directed, that you can be instructed and given the truth and the light, the mercy and the hope and the peace that I provide. Therefore I say, in a wayward, a vile, a corrupted and evil generation, why not look continually to me? That is, to be a partaker of all that I give thee, which is, of course, the truth, the light, the mercy, the hope, and the peace always. Now I say you are living in times when multitudes have strayed from my way. I say they've gone a-whoring after that which will only devour and destroy their souls. And I say in the process of it all they have proven themselves to be empty-headed fools who are far from me. But I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to the futility, the emptiness, the despair of the same, but I say that I call thee to walk uprightly in me. And I say that I call thee to be made glad, ever thankful for the privilege to be kept in my way. Now I say this day, if it is me that you look to, if it is me that you will believe in and trust, If it is me that you will follow after, what shall you see? You shall see that I, the living God, will be with thee ever present to guide thee forth. And yes, you will see that I, the living God, will be with thee ever present to direct thee in the way that is my life. For I say that I, the living God, do not intend thee to be found under my wrath, my fury, my indignation revealed, because you went a-whoring from me. But I say that I intend thee to find thee, that is, in the place of the upright, the faithful, the true, who will be diligent to keep their first love for me. Now I say this day there are many who fall away because they fail to keep up their disciplines in me. That is, they fail to live the restricted life that I desire and require of my own. Instead, they think they need all of the worldliness, they need all of the overindulgence, they need all of the prosperity, they need all of the foolery that the world is drowning in. And I say they refuse to live the restricted life that is found in my true disciples, that is the straight and narrow way. Now I say, if you consider how much I, the living God, have intended my people to be disciplined, I say that you would walk in discipline with me. But I say, if you forsake that standard, if you forsake that rule that I've put for the conduct of my own, what do you see? I say you see men go wanton and wild, you see them go crazy for money and the riches of this world, and I say you see them lose their souls at the throne of lust. I say this day that I, the living God, do not intend such an end, yet I say there are many who take that road to hell. I say this day that I, the living God, do give the straight and narrow way, and I say it is my provision of life. I say, do not resent it, nor think of it as some old heavy, ugly burden that has been put upon thee, but look at it as your safety, your strength, and the way of life provided. I say, if you were indeed walking through a filthy, defiled graveyard with rotted bodies everywhere, and I, the living God, did direct thee in a narrow path wherein you could maintain life and come out alive, I say, would you not take the path? Or would you indeed succumb to the filthy, rotting bodies all around you? Would you fall in the mass, the heap of the same? Would you be devoured and destroyed? I say, so it is now in this wicked generation that men are so full of filth and rot. I say they are utterly decaying while they are still alive. And I say they are full of the ooze of their own slime. And I say that all who partake of the world are being contaminated in the same. Therefore I say, stay in the straight and narrow way of life that I, the living God, do give thee, and be thankful unto me. For I say it is me, the living God, who will bring thee forth in the newness of life, who will uplift thee and guide thee and direct thee always. And it is me, the living God, who will instruct thee in that which I intend for thee. For I say that I am the one who is able. Now I say you are living in a time when I, the living God, will give thee disciplines. I say, be faithful to walk in the same. That is, do not be as the cheaters, the liars, the schemers, who find a way to throw off my covering over them. But I say, instead, be accepting of my disciplines, which are the straight and narrow way that I provide to keep thee in abundance of life. For I say you are literally living in a time when the rotting, oozing bodies are everywhere, waiting to contaminate any and all who step out of the straight and narrow way. I say this day you are not meant to be listening to the lies of the liar and allowing the filthy contamination of the same to come in upon thee. But I say you are meant to keep your mind, your body, your will, your objective covered in me and my purpose for thee. And I say you are meant to be actively alert and alive in my word, ever able to use the same. That is, because it is the truth that will set thee free and keep thee free likewise. I say this day, be thankful that I, the living God, do offer to thee the blessedness, the truth, and the light, the strength, and the hope, and the mercy day by day. And I say, be thankful that I will be with thee to direct thee in that which I give thee, which is my blessedness time and again. And I say, be thankful that I will purpose thee, that you can indeed be ever brought forth in my way. That is the way that is truth and light, strength and hope, and the peace intended always. Now I say, therefore, this day be glad for the privilege to believe, receive, and partake of me, the author and the finisher of thy faith. And I say, be glad that I purpose thee and direct thee and guide thee in the light, the truth, the strength that I provide. I say, be thankful that you do not need to live to die to perish as a fool, because you give way to spiritual whoredom and you believe the lies of the liar. But I say you can come forth directed, disciplined, and guided always by me. I say, give thanks and praise.